Hey, I'm Hendrix, and this is 60 Seconds. Guys, welcome back to 60 Seconds with me, Hendrix. It's been a little bit of time here, maybe a minute or two, but I am very, very excited about a couple of things right now. One thing I'm not excited about is the Astros pitching staff. What is going on with them? I don't even want to know. They're in last place. The baseball is a really weird game and strange things can happen, but my goodness, their pitching staff has really taken a beating, and I don't understand it. But you know whose pitching staff is doing really great? That's your Oiler baseball and softball teams. Both of them are in great position right now, getting into the playoffs. They're about to start next week. Come on out, guys, before it's too late. Don't wait around. Come out and see the baseball or the softball team when they get in the playoffs in about another week or so. Guys, I am very, very happy. It's getting close to the end of the school year. Make sure you're getting your grades in. Make sure that you're studying for your final exams. Let's finish really strong, get it going, and have a great summer. Guys, it has been 60 seconds. I'm out.
Hello, my name is Emerson Springer, and I'm the president of Writing Club. If you like to write stories, poetry, or want to get with a bunch of people who are creative, then come over to Writing Club. We meet Wednesdays in the Cersei Library, and our sponsor is Miss McManus. Please join. You'll meet a bunch of other people that love writing and even reading too. So please come along. We meet from 2:45 to 3:15. Thank you.
Buy me a thorn before you buy me a rose. Be covered in dirt before I'm covered in gold. He's trying it on, yeah, he's taking me on.
Hello everyone, it's been quite a while since we last did a game review. I'll be taking charge once again temporarily, but don't worry, our original host will be back next time, or at least I think so. For today's game review, I'll be showcasing you 3 FNAF fan games. Now, I want to introduce you to some popular titles like Find Some Candies or The Joy Creation because I feel like even players outside of the fan game scene know about them. These games are supposed to show players who are clueless about the FNAF fan game scene, and to me, I think these are some good ways to go about it. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump straight into the first one. Five Nights at Treasure Island, one of, if not the first ever FNAF fan game. The original released on December 1st, 2014 by A&R 1996. It's based on the notable creepypasta called Abandoned by Disney by Slimebees. Now, I could go on about the amount of Fnati versions it has, the amount of fan games about Fnati, and many notable developers in the community, but we'd be here all day considering the big rabbit hole. Today, we're only focusing on Five Nights at Treasure Island 2020, also known as Fnati 6.0. Released by the Radiance team, this game was not only a polished version of Fnati 1.0, but it was also a complete overhaul of it. A love letter to the community and dedicated fans that waited 6 long years for a polished game. While it keeps a classic point-and-click style like FNAF, don't expect the same shut-the-door mechanics. You're dealing with Toons here, which is the game's version of animatronics, but that's lore you have to study in your own time if you really want to. And the mechanics require a totally different strategy. The game is a great first-time experience into fan games, even if you don't know the history of Five Nights at Treasure Island. While yes, it's not the most complex, and I do think its sequel, Oblivious Casa, is way better, it's an old-school type fan game. The learning curve is relatively easy, so you don't have to worry. You won't be struggling that much playing it as well. Before we move on to the next game, I do want to note that Radiance Team is making a Fnati 6.5, a revamp or redux to the already remake of Fnati 6.0. As of recording this, there's not an official release date for it yet, but they have confirmed to be working on it to fit and update the game better to their standards today. Now, let's move on to the next game. Wait a minute, Taiken Sons? Did you already do this for a game review? Yes, I did, but I feel like I didn't give it enough justice, and it honestly deserves way more recognition than I gave it. Now, for the people who didn't see the game review, Taiken Sons is, well, a FNAF fan game, duh, but it also is technically an unofficial continuation of Chipper & Sons Lumber Company, made by Scott Cawthon himself, which actually predates FNAF. In fact, Chipper & Sons is widely considered the direct inspiration for FNAF, because a lot of people complain how creepy the characters look, and even complaints ranging that they move like animatronics. Taiken Sons, released on October 29th, 2019 by Mixlast, focuses on Taiken's son, Mike, running the lumber business after Chipper mysteriously disappeared. The game blends two distinct styles of gameplay. In the daytime, you play a recreation and expansion of Chipper & Sons Lumber Company, focusing on gathering resources and crafting buildings. It's relaxing and it's charming. By night, it shifts into an intense, high-quality survive-the-night segments, just like FNAF. This game is honestly amazing. It has diverse gameplay, the graphics feel classy, it's nice representing Scott's specific style of 3D modeling. There are some jokes, and even though some of them feel cheesy, it makes the game more charming. And the lore is really easy to follow. The only tip I'll give you guys is that it can be a bit grindy, and you will have to spend a bit of time playing specifically for the daytime segments, but it will all be worth it to play for the nighttime segments. Overall, this is by far one of my favorite FNAF fan games, at least to me. You're probably wondering, this is a change of pace, and you're right, it is, but hey, I never said the fan games had to be scary. Released on April 22nd, 2025 by Pure Turret and the Refresh team, at least I'm pretty sure that's the name. This is a reimagined version of FNAF. It fixes all the complaints people had for the original FNAF world and adds new content that was never seen in the original. This is for players who aren't quite ready or don't want to deep dive into the scares of the FNAF fan game scene and just want a chill but fun RPG. And honestly, it's a great representation of that. There are new characters, new bosses, new endings, new worlds, and hey, even skins. The current version is on update 1.6.1, the last time I checked, and it's going to continuously receive updates. I do have one complaint, and it's that it has major balancing issues. I feel like some of the fights are way too easy, even the beginning, for me at least. But hey, if you have time, you can go check it out and play. Now, for the people who are new to the FNAF fan game scenes, just like me, I know you're gonna say, why didn't you review Teelerland, or Graveyard Shift at Freddy's, or The Web of Cogs and Oils, or A Shadow Over Freddy's, or Finance at Fredbear's 30? Well, to be honest, some of those games deserve a separate video and own spotlight, and this game review is already long enough. Hopefully, I gave you guys some good recommendations for you new players, and if you want me to review any fan games or just indie games in general, you can ask me.
Hello Oilers, Addie here, and welcome back to Movie Review. Without a face cam this time because I'm recording this at home. And today, it is finally time that I'm covering this movie. It's been a long time coming. It made approximately $17.8 million during its opening weekend, dominated the box office for quite a while, and took social media by storm. And that movie is Iron Lung. This movie is inspired by the 2022 video game of the same name created by David Szymanski, who also helped with this film's screenplay. Before I continue, please know that this movie is rated R, contains swearing, blood, gore, and graphic imagery. So please know that viewers' discretion is advised for this film. The movie's plot is as follows. Something known as the Quiet Rapture occurs in the near future, which causes all of the stars, planets, and most of humanity to vanish, with those who remain being those on space stations and spaceships. The film follows a man named Simon, who is played by Markiplier, who also directed this film, a convict who was imprisoned for being responsible for a station's destruction. He's being sent down on a submarine on a planet covered in a sea of blood. His task? Get pictures and send back whatever samples he can find. However, the more x-ray photographs he takes, the more he realizes he's not alone in that ocean. And things get worse from there. I watched this movie back in January with my boyfriend, and we both enjoyed this movie so much. It was so intense and got your heart racing. It's one of those movies that keeps you on the edge of your seat and always leaves you in anticipation. In my opinion, the movie's cinematography is honestly so clever. The camera doesn't leave the submarine at all. We don't see the monster outside in the boiling ocean, and the camera doesn't even cut back to the surface once. It really wants the viewers to experience and feel how Simon feels in the movie, confined and stuck in a small space for an extended period of time with no means of getting out. When I say that this movie dominated the box office during its first few weeks, I'm not kidding. On its opening weekend alone, it made about $21.6 million average gross worldwide. For a movie with a budget of $3 million, that means it grossed around 7 times its product cost. While critics do have mixed opinions on this movie, my personal rating is going to be an 8.7 out of 10. Totally not a reference. It's a wonderful movie, don't get me wrong, but the lack of music anywhere just does make me zone out a little. And I don't know if it was the theater's fault, but some of the static voices were hard for me to understand most of the time. I know it's supposed to be an intense movie set in a silent and scary environment, but I still feel like a bit more could have been done with the sound design. But that aside, I still love this movie so much. Well, I wanted to keep this movie review brief, so that's all you're going to get from me today. With that being said, thanks for watching movie reviews, stay safe, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next one. And cut.
Hey guys, I'm Philip, and welcome back to This Week in Astros Baseball. So far this season, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for Houston. The Astros are currently sitting around 8-11 and near the bottom of the AL West, so it hasn't been the strongest start record-wise. Now here's the interesting part. The offense actually hasn't been the problem. In fact, the Astros have been one of the better hitting teams in the league, ranking near the top in runs scored, batting average, and on-base percentage. Guys like Yordan Alvarez have been producing, and the lineup overall has shown that they can put runs together when things click. Now, injuries and pitching have been the main killer to the Astros' success. Just on this past road trip, they lost Jeremy Pena, Tatsuya Imai, Hunter Brown, Christian Javier, Jake Myers, and Cody Bolton. 4 of those players being pitchers, and not to mention the absence of closer Josh Hader due to an injury before the season started. The Astros pitching staff has been struggling. The rotation has been one of the higher ERAs in the league, but between injuries and pitching inconsistency, it's led to stretches like an 8-game losing streak before they finally snapped it. Even in games where the offense shows up, the pitching has made it tough to close things out. Now, I hope the Astros can get their stuff together, as tonight they play the Rockies in the last game of the series before playing St. Louis and then a 3-game road trip in Cleveland. After that, they come back to Houston to play the Yankees before they go to Cleveland for a quick 3-game road trip, being the last series of the month, closing out the month of April. That is all for This Week in Astros Baseball. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.